Hello friends, I am Antika and in this video I will be discussing about Dulse or Dulse whose scientific name is Palmaria palmata. This is a red algae and in this video I will be discussing about overview of Palmaria palmata, its uses and its nutritional value as well as therapeutic uses, its cultivation technique and its processing further, and I'll end the video with the precautionary measures that we should take while using dulse as a food. So this is the second video in the series algae as human food. Other videos I have put the link in the description. Also, before starting the video, I will like you to know that I have made other videos regarding economic and ecological uses of algae, such as, for example, biological hydrogen production from algae and the use of algae as a biofuel or single cell proteins and many other such videos. All of the links I have put in the description box. So let's start off the video. Now, dulse goes by the common name of red dulse or sea lettuce, red sea lettuce, and its scientific name is Palmaria palmata. This is a red algae or they belongs to the Rhodophyceae. Here we see in the extreme right side, this is the Palmaria palmata. Now, Palmaria palmata, they follow a habitat of very cold water as well as shallow water, that is in the intertidal region, in the sea, in the marine environment, shallow marine environment, in the intertidal region, in both sheltered as well as exposed region. So we see that the frequency of wave does not affect the occurrence of the distribution of this Palmaria. So Palmaria, it grows attached to the rocks, or it can grow epiphytically on other plants, such as, for the example, kelps such as Laminaria and Ascophyllum. So say for example, this is the substratum. All the red as well as the brown algae, they have a holdfast like structure, then they have a stipe, and then they have a blade. This blade can be segmented or unsegmented, but the main thing is that they remain attached to the substratum, which can be rocks, or it can grow epiphytically, such as, for example, kelps, with the help of this hold fast. This is the hold fast. These are suction cup like structures. They do not, the only function of the hold fast is for attachment to the substratum. So when they grow, they are found to be growing along with the green algae ulva. Here in this picture, here we see that this is the ulva, and here is our algae Palmaria palmata. So it is found to be growing along with ulva. Also, it is found to be growing epiphytically with kelps such as this Ascophyllum or Laminaria. Ascophyllum and Laminaria both are brown algae, and in fact kelps are brown algae. So this is the habitat of Palmaria palmata or dulse. Now its geographical range is in the northern hemisphere. Here we see in the northern latitudes, in the North Atlantic, as well as in Pacific, as well as in the west coast of United Kingdom, as well as other European countries like, for example, this Portugal, as well as cold region in Arctic Russia, Arctic Canada, and Alaska. So this is the geographical range, and how can we identify it? Identification is very essential because most of the time we don't cultivate, we just harvest it from wild, but we don't know what how to identify. Then one thing is that it grows along with ulva, and it is red in color. So it is a red algae. The first thing to identify, it is a red algae. Then its blade is flat and foliose and segmented. So this blade, here we see this, I have drawn a plain blade, but this is a fragmented one. The blade will be just fragmented. So this is just like here we see the very first picture on the right side. It is showing a fragmented structure. So leaf blade should be fragmented and much smaller and thinner than the kelp. So these are the marketable forms in which this dulse can be obtained. Dulse can be obtained in flake form, in powder form, in liquid extract, or the flakes of dulse can be blended or mixed with other seaweeds or Mediterranean herbs. Now, this dulse, these are the name of suppliers of dulse, of which the first two supplier, that is the marine coast sea vegetable and mountain rose, they are their dulse product has been, dulse as well as other type of seaweed products, they have been tested free from any radioactive material and heavy metals. We know that these seaweeds, as they grow out in open, they are cultivated in open as well as the coastal area, so they are very much prone to pollution, like for example the heavy metals as well as radioactivity. If there is a radioactive fallout, then the radioactive matter will be in the water and that will be absorbed by the kelps. So while buying this see any seaweed product, we should be very careful about the company we are buying. These are the name of reputed companies, all of them are reputed, but the first two, they are the most reputed of all this. Now we come to the uses. We know that unlike other seaweed, this dulse is very tasty. It does not require additional any aromatic or herbs or flavorants to flavor it up further. Unlike we have seen in nori, sesame seeds as well as the soya sauce as well as some sweet materials, they were used for flavoring it up. But here in dulse, so far dulse is concerned, dulse can be eaten raw or in dried form without adding any flavor to it. Itself, it is very tasty. So it is eaten as salad itself, as salad, or it can be dried and taken in the form of a cold snack. And this is very much popular in the British Islands as well as in, it is also used by the, it were used by the Native American people. The Native American people, they used to eat it raw as well as toasted, because when we apply heat to this dulse, all the polysaccharides in dulse, they become more available forms, so they are easily available, and these they increase, they enhance the flavor of dulse. So once it is dried, it does not need any further soaking. So but after cooking, the red color, it turns to green. And earlier it was also cultivated as a feed for abalones, and as human food also, it is used as a salad or in dried as just like chips, another type of cold snacks. It is also used to flavor the dough of pizza bread as well as white soda bread. When they are pan fried and eaten, they just taste like bacon, and this taste is due to the presence of glutamate. This and so for that reason it is used as a supplement of MSG. We know that use frequent use of MSG, it causes some nervous problem related to nervous system, but this dulse on the other hand, they have the same umami flavor or flavor of meat, and it is a very healthy option to remove the monosodium glutamate that is artificially obtained. And also this dulse can be used as a thickener or flavor enhancer of various type of stews, various type of soup in both meat and fish dishes. It can be used as if in sandwiches, both in the dried as well as fresh form. So it is also eaten. It is actually cold. Dried form of dulse. It is used along with butter, and it is very popular in Iceland. Apart from being taken as a solid food, it can also add flavor to liquid. For example, it is applied as a flavorant in smoothies. Also, it can be boiled and eaten as dulse tea, and it is also very therapeutic. This dulse tea is also very therapeutic because of the high nutritional content in it, and because it has high concentration of various type of vitamins. It is also used in dried form of dulse. It is used as an ingredient in masks, face masks. And apart from its use as a food and cosmeceutical value, it can also be used in medications also. In fact, it was used traditionally in various type of medications in Ireland. Also, apart from this therapeutic value, it has got certain ecological values also. It removes excess nitrate and phosphates from water. This excess nitrates and phosphates are added to water by farmyard waste, especially the raw farmyard waste, as well as the fertilizers. When the runoff comes out, especially due to excess irrigation, or if there is a rain, all the runoff comes out to the ocean, and it causes eutrophication. So this all the seaweeds, they remove excess nitrate and phosphates, they absorb it and utilize it for their own growth, and at the same time removes it the nitrates and phosphate from water, and thus prevents the blooms of planktonic algae. And also at the same time, the most important ecological benefit is the blue carbon sequestration. We know that among the plants, the mangrove, they have the highest efficiency in utilizing the sunlight to photosynthesize. But in apart from the mangrove, the oceans also, in the oceans also, they fix a significant amount of carbon, and this carbon fixation is due to various type of planktonic as well as macro algae, both submerged as well as floating. About the nutritional fact, we see that this dulse or palmaria, it has got a variety of vitamins. For example, vitamin A, which is retinol, which is very good for both our skin as well as for eyesight. Then we have vitamin C. This we know that vitamin C is very essential vitamin, especially for good skin. And also, if you have a deficiency, that is a scurvy, then also the feed of dulse can help you overcome this deficiency. In fact, not only dulse, but most seaweed, as they are very nutrition dense food, so utilization having the sea weeds or any other type of seaweeds in our diet at regular interval will help us to remove our nutritional deficiencies. Next, is our vitamin B12. We know that vitamin B12 it is mostly found in the animal source of food, but for the vegans, this all the different type of seaweeds, they are very good source of vitamin B12. But in most of the seaweeds, vitamin B12 is not in the bioabsorbable form, which so for that reason they have been termed as pseudo vitamins. But in Dulse, the vitamin B12 is in bioavailable form, that is, it can be absorbed in our intestine. Next is our vitamin E and K. We know that vitamin E and vitamin K, both along with the various type of pigments, especially the carotenoids, these vitamins and carotenoids, they are very good antioxidants. Now, antioxidants are those substances which protect us from the reactive oxygen species. Now, reactive oxygen species are produced naturally in our body by various metabolic processes. But under stressful conditions, especially if you are living in a very polluted environment, or we are living in exposure with the heavy metals or radioactivity, so in the under such conditions, we create more reactive oxygen species, and this reactive oxygen species, they phosphorylates the transcription factors which alter our gene expression. So once the transcription factors, they are either phosphorylated by this reactive oxygen species, then this there is alternation in gene expression and alternation in the protein synthesis. So in a nutshell, we can say that if there is this oxidative stress, then naturally a lot of other metabolic processes in our body are altered, which ultimate result is that we get a lot of age related disease at even a very young age. So so if you are living in a very stressful condition, dulse or any other seaweed is a must in your diet, because of this variety of vitamins as well as other nutrients that act as antioxidants. So the protein content is also very high in dulse, and one thing is that this amino acid glutamate, this for this amino acid, dulse is very tasty because of this umami flavor of glutamic acid. And also due to the high fiber content, that is 30% of the dry weight is fiber, so we see that any gastrointestinal problems like constipation can be relieved from the use of this dulse. And at the same time, as it is a highly fibrous food, we can have this dulse if we are trying to have a weight loss. Also, dulse has got a wide variety of polysaccharides. These polysaccharides, they have antiviral, different type of polysaccharides have different properties, and this wide variety of polysaccharides that are found in dulse, they have antiviral, antibacterial activities, as well as they are also immune stimulant, and they have anti-inflammatory property. Especially certain polysaccharides, they help in the digestion of protein easy. They make the, for example, this xylan, this polysaccharide xylan that is present in dulse makes digestion of protein very easy. The same goes with nori also. This xylan is also present in nori, and for that reason nori wrap is used along with whole grains, especially that of legumes and all. And also at the same time, there are certain polysaccharides that help in chelating heavy metals. Chelation of heavy metals is that, this polysaccharide, they absorb the heavy metal from our body, and and they make this heavy metal not bioavailable to us. For the same reason, as they are not bioavailable, they are not absorbed in our body, they are easily removed from our body through the feces. This certain polysaccharides, especially this alginic acid is used to detoxify the because of its metal chelating property, as well as it is also found to remove the radioactive isotopes. The other nutrients that are found in dulse are carotenoid. We know that carotenoid, they are accessory pigments, that is not directly associated with photosynthesis, but they help in photosynthesis. So this carotenoid, alpha carotenoids, beta carotenes, ketocarotenes, lutein, zeaxanthin, all they have got antioxidant property, that is property to check or reverse the process of aging. Especially zeaxanthin, it is the most powerful of all the antioxidants and the carotene related antioxidants. These carotenoids also with vitamin E and K, they also have this antioxidant property. Then is the pyruvate carboxylase. The pyruvate carboxylase enzyme, it breaks down the sugar product, that is a sugar breakdown product pyruvate, further into energy. So if you are having, if you are hungry and if you are suffering from low sugar in your blood, then you can just have few certain diet of this dulse, and there will be instant gain in your energy level. So this is the due to the pyruvate carboxylase enzyme that is present in the dulse. Dulse has also got a wide variety of mineral nutrients. For example, iron, we know it is very important because it treats the blood disorder anemia, which occurs due to deficiency of iron. We know that iron is a part of hemoglobin, so this dulse is very good in treating anemia. Another is the potassium. We know that potassium is a very good vasodilator and it lowers the blood pressure in our body. So if there is there is not adequate amount of potassium, there can also be blood related disorders. Especially you can this mineral imbalance in the blood, they can contribute to an heart attack also. So if you want to keep your circulatory system very in good condition, then a diet of seaweed is a must for you. Then we have this copper. We all know that this copper has helps in the functioning of brain and the nervous system. Just like the other polysaccharides, I forgot to mention that the fat that is present in dulse, they are polyunsaturated fatty acid, PUFA. The 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 fats, they are unsaturated, and unsaturated fatty acids, especially DHA, they have got this neuroprotective as well as maintaining of the nervous system and brain. So this along with this PUFA, that is especially DHA, along with this copper, they are neuroprotective. Another is magnesium. In fact, magnesium, the amount of magnesium that is present per gram body weight of dulse is much higher than that of kale. Also, if you have goiter and hypothyroidism, then this diet of dulse is very good for you because it will help you get rid of your disorders, especially gulp, goiter and hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism is caused due to inactive thyroid gland or deficiency of iron in diet. These are the two diseases that can be treated this iodine deficiency diseases that can be treated with Dulse diet. Then it is a very good source of calcium. We know that calcium is present in high amount in milk, but if you are lactose intolerant or if you don't want to have milk because you are vegan, then this Dulse is a very good source of calcium. And calcium, we all know, that is very essential for the healthy bone, and especially as we grow old, especially the women, when they grow old due to hormonal changes, the rate of bone formation becomes much lower than that of the bone means bone loss is much more than that of the bone formation, especially in a lady with advanced ages. They have this deficiency of calcium, so the Dulse is very good for all women folk because of this high amount of calcium. Now, Dulse is cultivated. Earlier, it was harvested from the wild, especially it was harvested during the month of June to September during low tide, and it was mainly cultivated in the northern hemisphere, especially the North Atlantic as well, Atlantic coast, especially the west coast of British Isles, Portugal, then the Arctic Canada, Arctic Russia, Alba, and Alaska. So this northern region, very cold temperature rate region, they have this dulse, and but now they are also grown indoor and cultivated. Especially here, it was started artificial cultivation was started in Oregon State University as well as Moss Landing Marine Lab Aquaculture Facility. Mostly cultivation of this dulse was done for feeding the abalones, but now they have started large scale production to for human consumption also. And for that, either it is cultivated in tanks or it is harvested from the wild. But if it is harvested from the wild, which is most case it is, then it should be properly cleaned, because we have a lot of snails and mollusks that remain attached to it. And sometimes the Palmaria also harbors parasitic nematodes and copepods. So we have to we have to clear the dulse of its animal origin substances, especially the mollusk, snail, nematode, and copepod. And at the same time, we have to be also cleaning the sand of the Palmaria or dulse. Then it is usually rolled into bales and carried to the shore, where it is dried on the stone or over a clear surface. Then it is either crumpled to flakes and used, or it is converted to powder, or it is just eaten freshly. Now the precautionary. Now, for those who are allergic to iodine or sea fish, they should not be eating this dulse. And if you are suffering from hyperthyroidism, we know that it is a very good source of iodine. And so, if you are already hyperthyroid, so you should not be using this dulse, because it will further elevate your problem. And also at the same time, dulse should not be taken in large doses. You should not consume it daily, but you can take it often but not daily, because excess of both iron, excess of both iodine and other type of minerals, it can cause toxicity, especially iodine toxicity. And it should not be consumed by lactating as well as nursing women. This is due to the fact that though most companies they do many checks for the dulse they collect and harvest, but sometimes if dulse is any seaweed, it gets mixed up with other type of toxic algae, especially cyanobacteria, then this due to this contamination, the toxins that are produced by the cyanobacteria, they affect the nervous system, they affect the skin, they affect the cellular processes. So any type of seaweed, they should not be consumed by any lactating woman or any nursing woman. At the same time, we know that it has got high amount of sodium, and so this high amount of sodium can cause kidney problem, because we know that whatever we eat, our filter in our body is the kidney. So high amount of sodium that is caused by regular consumption of dulse can cause kidney problem. Also, if you are having low blood pressure, you should not be consuming it, because we know that the PUFA, that is the polyunsaturated fatty acids that are present in all seaweed, they have hypocholesterolemic and hypoglycemic effect, which means that it lowers the cholesterol and lowers the blood pressure. So already if you are having low blood pressure, very low blood pressure, you should not be consuming it. So these are the precautionary measures. And with this, I come to the end of my video. If in any case I missed any point, or you want me to make detailed videos about any topic, do write it in the comment section. And if you like this video, do share with your friends, and please do subscribe, because your subscription will encourage me make more videos. Thank you.